Friday, November 12th, 1943. Number 21, Dialogue with Gitta. Now you are strong enough. Hear my words. The next step will no longer be on the path. The old way comes to an end. There is not even water to walk upon. But woe unto you if you look back. If you truly have faith, a wayless way will bear your feet. The new earth, the child's first step. But take heed, not even faith will help if you take along any of the old. The old, the more than necessary, would pull you down to sink like lead in the water. Listen, the body has been formed for you from the beginning of time. Now listen carefully. The body is not meant to be used in the ways you have been using it. To make this graspable for you is very difficult. I will return. Hanna can scarcely bear the intensity of what is communicated about the new body. She resists for a few minutes. Listen. I tell you a secret. You have come to the end of the way. There is no more way. You look for a place to put down your foot and you see nothing. Nothing is there because you look. The eye no longer exists for looking as before. Look no more with the old eye and there will be a new way under your feet. The body of the Redeemer is given only for giving. The Redeemer is not a human. The Redeemer is the human. The truly new is coming. Suddenly I comprehend. Jesus became human. We are all called to follow his example to become redeemers. I teach you, my servant. Before every new beginning, sanctify the moment. Be finished with the old, look no more with the old eye, hear no more with the old ear. Open the old eye again only when the new in you has opened, and then the new light will shine through it. For the body is given only for giving. Now you can receive only from above, no longer from below. A truly new world opens up to you. You will live it. There will be no secret from you on earth, no heaviness, no gloom, no noise. But woe unto you if you look back. Take along nothing from the old self. The old, as small, light, and worthless you think it to be, would become a mountain of lead in the new, and that would be your end. Detach yourselves from the old. Do not throw it away, but use it in a different way. You still misuse the tool. How can we become better tools? I realize that I am no longer able to draw the human body. The human body reveals itself to you only when you no longer look at it. If you truly wish to perceive it, close your eyes. Then there will be no impediment. Indicating Joseph. The sun anticipates best what is meant. But it will become clear to you too, for the time is ripe. The turning point of creation, what you valued most, you will come to value least. I have decorated the room with flowers and given careful attention to its aesthetic effect. How carefully you have arranged this room. Your arrangement has just one fault. You attach yourself to it. The more you decorate, the more you bind yourself. Do not attach yourself to anything. Attachments bind to the old, to the habitual. You do not need that anymore. Seek only the new. Amidst the flowers of your faith, I feed well, no matter where you are. I release you from every form. I have no eyes for seeing the flowers of this earth, but I see your festive expectation. Ask, how can I distinguish between what will become lead in the new and what I can take along? The higher the mountain, the less will be taken along by the one who carries the load. Still less when stepping onto water. What can be taken along where there is not even water? Life itself. Life itself and nothing else. Ask, what is soul? What is spirit? Spirit is the creator. Soul is the mediator. Body is matter. This is the Holy Trinity. I have a feeling that the forces you mentioned earlier are somehow associated with numbers. What is 4? What is 7? If you would cease to look at the numbers themselves, you would sense their hidden force. For behind everything dwells the force. Every form is a gateway to infinite forces. For the one who has eyes, the eye is the gateway. For one who has ears, the ear is the gateway. Each is given a different gateway, but the force is one. Rejoice in your hearts, for the new opens up. Today I was able to bring you good news. I depart joyfully. Friday, November 12th, 1943, number 21, Dialogue with Lily. I teach you the end of suffering. If the letter I is written with only the horizontal line and not the vertical, you would not know what is missing. Because you know the letter T, you can easily provide what is lacking. You are those who help. You have been sent to fill the lack. Evil is nothing but lack. You encounter a human being, you feel a lack, and you suffer from it. Where's the end of suffering? If you would know the new letter T, you would also know what is lacking here, and you could easily provide it. Suffering is meaningless. Learn the new ABC, then everything could be perfect. For you the secret lies in the imperfect. How do you know what is imperfect? From whom? To you it is given to know the perfect. How can you measure it? What is your standard? The perfect is reflected in the imperfect. You suffer only until you are able to recognize the divine in everything. New letters will be inscribed, be aware. Suffering guides only the animal. The beginning of the way is the end of suffering. Silence. Everything grows, even the stone. The seed in Mother Earth, the child in the mother's womb. Why do they grow? The highest mountain, the tallest tree, cannot grow to the heavens. The strongest eagle cannot fly so high. But the smallest human can reach it, for heaven is within. I await your question. What is rest? Preparation. anything that is not preparation is only apparent rest. Rest that is not preparation is indolence. Another name for it is death. The most wonderful rest descends on you when you create. The restful act and the creative rest are true. They only appear to be two. In truth, they are one. You may ask, where is nirvana? There, where the two are one, where parallels converge. Apparently rest, in reality act. Apparently silence, in reality unison of all sounds. Apparently distance, in reality within you. Now I have a question. What is your most passionate wish? To always be with you, and so to be one. And how do you expect this to take place? I know that it will be the object of my work. It is not a matter of work. Then you would be objectified. An object is what is densest, touching the table. This is an object, touching the blanket. This is an object, touching the hand. This is an object. Let objects be. Your most passionate wish is above all objects. You will never attain it as the object of your work. What is nervousness? What is it? An army without a commander. When battle comes, there is no organization, for no one is there to command. The brain goes to pieces, order falls apart, for a uniting force is lacking. An order is given, and then is immediately followed by its contradiction, nervousness. This does not occur in our ranks. We are the divine army. We battle against darkness. We hear the call and we obey. Nervousness is life without a task, nothing else. Do you have further questions? Why is my memory so bad? Because your past was bad. It is unpleasant to remember it, and you have drawn thick curtains in front of it. Pointing to me. Her past is also bad, but it no longer affects her. Turning back to Lele. You have not forgotten last Friday, have you? When you have created, when you have helped, then you do not forget. It is not your memory that is bad, but your memories. Silence. My love is not strong enough. Where do you feel this? In front of other people. Whom do you love enough? So far, no one. Whom do you love the most? And after you. Your eyes are still veiled. If you love the divine, you love everything. If you do not love enough, it is the divine you do not love enough, for everything is divine creation. Love in the perfect. Admire in the imperfect, for everything mirrors the divine. It will not be difficult to love the divine. Above all, I adore and thus I love you. I take leave of you now. May you be blessed. Friday, November 19th, 1943. Number 22, Dialogue with Gitta. I greet you. I will teach you about gold. It is the least useful of all metals, for it serves no purpose. What gives it value? The faith invested in it. The human invests faith in objects born of the earth, causing them to be cursed. Curse is forbidding. Without the curse, you would be straying. You begin your journey carrying a golden ball. You carry it. The ball is heavy, but you carry it just the same. Then you arrive at the border of a land where there is no more faith in gold. What becomes of the gold? Only the weight remains. What is there left for you to do then, my servant? Drop the ball. Open your hand, and the ball rolls down by itself. Dropping the weight is really not difficult, but your fingers are cramped from carrying the ball, and you are unable to let it fall. What is heavy falls by itself. There is also gold in the new land, not glittering metal, but light. How can you receive the new ball if you are still grasping the old? You clutch it like this you clutch it. A gesture with clenched fingers. Then the hand tilts slightly, as if to let the ball roll down. See how easy it is to let it fall? Silence. It is a heavy ball, an innocent globe that you live upon. Thanks to the divine grace, it became cursed so that you would not adore it. So that you would not adore it. The innocent earthly globe waits to be redeemed. How will it be redeemed? By leaving Adam behind. I sigh, and something in me is released as I relax. Is it loosening? All of you. How well you know the difficulties of letting the burden fall, for you have become accustomed to its weight. Do not regret that the weight burdens you. The one who carries the gold does not feel its weight as long as gold is something that is believed in. If the belief is withdrawn, only the weight remains. You are on the right path. All week long I searched for something that would relieve my tension. How could I find it? Give it time, for the hand is rooted in time. I await your question. Who am I? It is not a good moment to ask. You are just reforming yourself. And when you are completely transformed, you will have no more questions. What is the meaning of my sign, the sun? The sign is an image that can help you to understand your task. A child asks what 7 is. You show it 7 apples. The child is fond of apples and quickly learns what 7 means. You would not show it 7 whips. What did you mean when you said not long ago, the images of our earthly dream of our existence are merely wrappings for their concealed meaning? Awakening can only be found within the dream, never without. You have slept long enough, my little servant. One who has slept long enough awakens without help. There is no need to be awakened. Lack of strength closes the eyes. Filled with strength, they open by themselves. Lack of strength is blindness, sleep. The human sleeps for lack of strength. How could the day, the new day, be begun if one did not have the strength to act? How good it would be to already now awaken others. You talk in your dream. You four are all asleep in one room. You dream of one another. You believe you are talking with each other, for the dream image is deceptive. The dreamer does not dream of being asleep, but of waking, coming, going, talking. Yet in reality the dreamer sleeps. Then comes the dawn, and the dream mist dissolves. The new act nears. Every dream will be fulfilled, for the dream too is preparation. In the womb of the mother, the unborn child dreams of daylight. Without this dreaming, it could not be born into the light of day. All that you do now is dream act, is dream thought. Dream ever more beautifully always, for all dreams become reality. The dream, too, is faith. I'm waiting. Silence. I cannot live loosely and freely now. My head always rushes ahead. If only you could see yourself but for a moment. You lie in space and sleep, motionless and calm. Your feet do not rush. Each of your movements is but dream, only dream. I think of my blind rushing. Do you actually get anywhere when you rush? Only on earth. It is just my habit to rush. How horrible habit is. Take heed, do not look back. The horrible is a blind force. Horror is the old god. If you see horrors, you see the old gods. But they are no longer gods. You are their master. You see, my servant, today there was no noise. The burden fades away when you loosen your grasp on it. I depart. Friday, November 19th, 1943. Number 22, Dialogue with Lily. Let us greet the Lord of the wheat fields. I speak to you of the wheat. Your hand is empty, but soon it will be filled. Listen. You have 10 grains of wheat, no more. You can distribute them just 10 times, not 20. Can a grain of wheat germinate if you split it in two, even if you have done it with the best of intentions? In a grain of wheat dwell the old and the new. It cannot be split. With your human mind, you cannot differentiate between the old and the new. Even what you consider to be new is old. Do not separate, do not judge. Sow. When the new will grow, the new which is neither seed nor sprout, for all that is but a dwelling for the new. Let the seed fall intact as a whole. Only in this way will it multiply. It will germinate. The time of new germination has come. I do not quite understand what I'm doing wrong. Lille is exhausted. Her pupils have been coming to her with their personal problems day after day, far into the night, and Lille is unable to say no. You have 10 grains of wheat. You cannot give them to 20 people. But sow them, and soon there will be 100. Heavenly wheat is quick to provide grain. I'm waiting. What is karma? A whip for lashing oneself. Today this question is too difficult for you. It conceals a great secret. We are all familiar with the concept of karma in Hinduism, and I wonder what the secret concealed behind this theory might be. And what is health? Balance. If it is unstudied, there is a lack. Only in the animal does balance come from the body, not so in the human. Why did I previously prefer teaching the ill, whereas now I prefer teaching the healthy? You are becoming healthy yourself. The health in human beings is the soil in which you sow the seed. Heavenly seeds in bad soil? To all of us. Do not worry. A wonderful transformation begins. It will not always appear good to you, for the old hulls burst, rot, and decay. Do not be afraid. What happens to you now is no small matter. You too, my little servant, do not worry. What happens to you is good. And now I leave you, but not for long. Friday, November 26, 1943. Number 23. Dialogue with Gitta. Today I will continue to talk about gold. Where does it come from? Of what is it the fruit? The fruit of the tree of knowledge. Adam reached for what glitters instead of what shines. There is another tree. Mystery is its name. Light is its fruit. The tree of knowledge is the possibility of becoming human. The other tree is being human. Gold contaminates the earth. What is superfluous must burn. Gold cannot be burned. Earthly light is involuntary burning. Heavenly light is voluntary burning, is sacrifice. The first tree, the old I, reflects light. The second tree, the new I, radiates light. To mirror is different from radiating, from being sun. Ask. What is rhythm? First came rhythm, then came song. There is rhythm without song, but no song without rhythm. Rhythm is body, melody, or song is soul. Body and soul carry the third. I think of the music of Mozart. Is it the rhythm that moves us? Is it the melody? No, it is the inexplicable third, which so touches our heart. It is the divine impulse which gives birth to Mozart's rhythm and melody. How could I come closer to my feeling of rhythm? First was rhythm, then the word. Original vibration. First day. Primordial ground of all mysteries. In the mighty vibration of the new creation, new names are born. Your name, too, is born of rhythm. With rhythm you can create. With rhythm you can destroy. The new ear hears it. The beat one hears is not rhythm. Are you able to follow me? Oh, yes. You may ask. Does the form of the sphere have a meaning? What would half a sun be, shining on but half of creation? The sphere is the image of giving without judgment. I think of the sun, which shines everywhere simply because this is its divine nature. The new harvest is light, not glistening metal, because the humans speculated for so long about how iron would become gold. Gold became iron. And this iron smashes down on the human. We live in a time of war, of which the iron weapon is a symbol, and war springs from the greed for power, for gold. Transformation, burning. Only the human kindles fire, all else can only be kindled. The altar is ready. Kindle fire in honor of the divine. But set fire only to the superfluous, not the altar itself. If you could, you would set fire even to the altar, for at this point you are but the priest's apprentice. We all burst into laughter. Speak, my little servant. What is true offering of self? True sacrifice? A miracle. The most beautiful song, the most beautiful scent, the most beautiful light. All of this ascends to the feet of the divine. But only the most delightful, the most blissful. No tears, no self-torture, no sorrow. They are all but smoke that descends and covers the earth with a dark layer. Incomplete burning becomes smoke. Incomplete offering becomes pain and torment. Imperfect sacrifice is not light, but coal dust. Not transformation, but decomposition. Soot, gas, decay. Blow on the fire. I will help you. Learning is a form of burning too. But for you, my words are merely wood that has not yet been kindled, wood that is just lying about. You will receive no new wood. The old law. Trees grow, are felled and burned. New trees grow, are felled. But the tree of life is everlasting. Its fruit is light, its trunk is the fire of the old tree. This tree will no longer be burned, for it gives light. The human is not the crown of creation, for every crown is made of gold. The human is the soul of creation. May heaven be with you. Hanna later tells me that bringing the words down to us was more difficult today than ever before. My inner guide had moved a certain distance away from us, like a mother bird moving ever further out on the branch, then finally hopping to another one as a teaching method. A baby bird then has 3 possibilities: to stay where it is, to fall, or to fly for the first time in its life. Friday, November 26, 1943. Number 23, Dialogue with Lily.
Do you know what beauty is? The act of the good servant giving more than what is necessary. The body moves, that is necessary. Dancing is more, and if it is truly dance, it is beautiful. Voice is necessary, song is more. To form is necessary, only the more is beautiful. The new world will be built only of beauty. Be good servants, for only the act which is more than what is necessary can build the new world. It cannot be built of anything else. Silence. I teach you. Take heed of all the Judas who put the word up for sale. They are around you now. Wherever fire burns, true and false will be separated. That is the purpose of fire. Are you aware of that? Take heed. Among the 12 there is always a traitor, the most miserable. This is how it must be. Do not be troubled. Raw ore can be put to great use. Metal is indeed useful, and slag is trodden underfoot. The fire divides and purifies. That is as it should be. Should I do something about the traitors? Nourish and protect the fire. Do not worry about anything else. Ask. In the functioning of the organs, what is necessary and what is more than necessary? The organs only have one more, the child born of the body. Only what has life on its own is more. All else is waste, curse. The beauty of the young maiden renews itself one day in her small child, not in the painted face of the childless. Organs cannot accomplish more. Humans can. Hanna later explains to us that the more of the body is the earthly child, while the more of the human is to bring forth the new child of light. But in today's world, only the body is known. Only the body is built, and it becomes uglier all the time. The feet of one who dances for personal gain become vulgar, and the teacher of such dancing is even worse. Do you have any more questions? What is resistance? In the created world, it is the urge for more. It does not resist you, but you resist the divine. And what is force? Soon you will be able to understand this, but now is not yet the moment.
What is flexibility?
The basic condition of life, the proper resistance. The rigid cannot resist. What flexibility is for you is force, vibration in the new world. Only motion is force. The motionless, the static, are never force. Force is flexibility. Force and flexibility belong together. What a difference there is between resistance and rigidity. What is the mind? Reason. Conduction, but not the conductor. How clear this becomes for me. The instrument, but not the master. The mind, reason, is merely an instrument. I think of a concert grande piano. Only when a master comes to play on this finely tuned instrument does it give forth divine music. You lick the sugar spoon and say sweet. It is not the spoon which is sweet. If you try to bite the spoon, you can break your teeth. Silence. My little servant, are you happy? Be happy, all of you, for your life is beautiful when you serve. The new is as beautiful as the old is ugly. But be careful. If the full-grown adult continues to grow, this is fat or tumor, not beautiful. You have become full-grown adults. Give birth to the new, to the child. Stop trying to make yourselves grow. Do you have any more questions? Does everyone have a teacher? A spiritual guide? No. We consist of faith, purely of faith. To those who have faith, who believe, we are. And faith is the force of the divine. If you believe that I have a voice, I can speak. If you do not believe it, I am mute. If you believe that I am you, I become you. Believe in the high, you can also believe in the low. Today, devils clamor and angels are silent, but through your belief we descend. For belief is the bridge. I leave you now.